Hello, my name is Samuel Tholen, and today for my progress report presentation, I'm going to talk about my report topic, which is the best valued towing pickup trucks. The goal is to write a recommendation report on a pickup truck for towing applications, specifically a trailer loaded with a small car or equipment or a boat. I have certain specs to how to accomplish this. I'll explain those later. The inspiration behind it is my father, who wants a new truck for hauling a new boat and a trailer filled with cars. Additionally, I'm an engineer. I have some insight into how these systems work, and I do want to get a truck for myself later in life, so it's useful. And this report is mainly targeted towards people looking for an inexpensive truck to tow things, and also people who struggle to find the information and choose a product. It's targeted towards both commercial use and personal use, so if you need a fleet of cars or you just need a car for yourself, it'll be perfect. Now, the big reason why I thought this was important was there are so many different trucks with so many different configurations. How can you choose just one? Like, the information is out there to figure out these specs, but it's really hard to find, and it's not that easy to decipher. For example, this is Ford F-150's XLT spec sheet. This is just one small portion. This is the maximum conventional towing. This is only for a regular cab as well. So Ford has an F-150, F-250, F-350 Ranger, along with XL, XLT, SXT, stuff like that. It can go on and on. And these spec sheets aren't very representative. You see there's a lot of blank spaces that make no sense. So having a condensed form that is like, hey, here's a good entry level truck is great to have. So what do we need to consider when buying a truck? Obviously need to look at aesthetics. Do you like how the truck looks? Do you like how it feels, how it drives? Now, we're not going to look into that too much because that's purely subjective. But we will recognize that luxury options raise the weight and cost. And I'll tell you how that affects later. You got to look at price. How much are you willing to spend? What are you using it for? Is there a net return? Cars devalue once you pull them off the lot, so we're not talking about that either. Towing capabilities. Engine, is it diesel or gas? That will also change the price of your fuel. Diesel is technically more expensive than gas. We'll look at torque output and transmission, along with the weight. Heavier trucks are less efficient, and how much weight are you pulling or hauling? That goes along with torque output and engine. Along with that, we'll look at efficiency, gas tank size, gas mileage. We'll look at others' opinions. This is what I've found through forums, is that some important recommendations are to put brand loyalty aside. If you're a Ford guy, don't worry about just Ford. Look at other brands as well because they are just as good. Uh, Added options tend to decrease performance because they draw from other things and also they add extra weight. Off-road suspension tends to be softer and therefore is worse for hauling. And you also have to think about what you will use the truck for other than towing. So are you going to use it as a daily driver? And also you have to consider what you are towing and how often, because that'll change what specs you need, how much wear is going to go into the truck, stuff like that. But according to Car and Driver magazine, which is a very reputable automobile review, they listed four of the heavy duty trucks as like some of the best. And so it's Ford Super Duty, Ram HD, Chevrolet Silverado HD, and the GMC Sierra HD. These are all their 25 series. So Ford F-250 and then like a Chevrolet Silverado 2500. That's the style that they have. We're not going to look at GMC because Chevy and GMC are both owned by GM, so they are very similar products. Going into that, we're talking about the criteria that we are looking for in these trucks. So we want to look at the package, and we want to keep this consistent because package is something that you can change a lot. So everything will be four-wheel drive. We're going to get a 5.5 foot bed, or whatever the standard bed is. That's what the standard bed is for most. Try to get towing mirrors and a towing package if applicable, unless it's purely cosmetic. Some towing packages are like, oh, you get a hitch. We don't care about that. And we're also going to get it four-door because you want it to use it for multiple things. We're also going to look at towing capacity, and this is where my personal choice came in. It's equal to a 2024 Malibu LSV, which is the boat I want to get, and my father. And it's roughly a trailer loaded with small car equipment, but that's depending on what equipment you have, obviously. But the net weight for the boat is 5,700 pounds, so that's our metric for pulling. And for drivetrain, we're looking at engine, transmission, horsepower, torque, axle ratio, and then price and efficiency, obviously the cost, gas efficiency, and gas tank size. So these are all the models that we're assessing. We got 2 Fords, 2 Rams, 2 Chevys, and then a Toyota Tundra and a Nissan Titan. The Tundra and Titan I still need to get some research done on, but this is my current recommendation. This is the Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. Its price in the current configuration it is, which is what you can see on the top right, is $51,795. So it's not cheap, but for trucks, it's on the cheaper end for how you can customize trucks. But this engine is a 6.6 liter V8 that has 401 horsepower, and it generates 464 pound-feet of torque, which is pretty reputable for the trucks I'm looking at. And this is what really makes it stick out, is the gross combination weight rating, 24,000 pounds. The other ones are sub 16. There's one that's 22, but this is the best bang for your buck. And even though those numbers are higher and the base weight is higher, you're gonna be able to tow a lot. And other little features is it's a double cab, 5.5 foot bed, 10-speed Allison automatic transmission, and it has pretty good gas mileage. So overall, that's why I like it. The next step in completing my report is to finalize the research of the Nissan Titan and the Toyota Tundra so that I can evaluate all of the trucks side by side, see which one to choose. And I will do this using a decision matrix. So I need to finish the decision matrix to rank the best options and choose my top. Therefore, I can then finish drafting the final recommendation report, including my decision matrix, my recommendation, and all my preliminary research. Once I have that into a draft, I can revise. I can go to different resources we have around campus, talk with some other people, and just do some editing to clean it up and make it sound good. So thank you for listening to me. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a reply, and I hope you guys have a great day. Here are my references.